my name is Minna.
Hi, my name's Aya, and we're both seniors here at Georgia Cyber Academy. We wanted to take a moment to talk about dual enrollment and our experience with it. A little bit of background, we have been with GCA since the 6th grade, and we've been dual enrolling since our sophomore year, so 2 years. And so in this presentation, we just wanted to go over the pros and cons of dual enrollment.
So your experience with dual enrollment is heavily based on where you dual enroll and also what courses you take, which is why we wanted to talk about those things when it comes to us.
So we have been dual enrolling with Gwinnett Technical College, which has a campus in Alpharetta and a campus in Lawrenceville. And these are some of the classes we've taken. I know they seem all over the place, but we've actually been focusing on taking core classes. So those are classes that you're required to take at any college regardless of your actual major. So we kind of wanted to get these out of the way so when we do enter college we can head straight towards major classes, and also so we can kind of gauge our interest and see what we want to major in, because people do end up changing their major 4 and 5 times, and that's perfectly fine, but we kind of wanted to save some time by getting an idea of what we're interested in.
So why did we personally choose to dual enroll? The first and most obvious reason is that we wanted to earn college credit. And by doing that, we're also able to save a lot of money because we don't have to pay for Move On When Ready classes or dual enrollment classes. And so that means that when we go to actual 4-year institution, we don't have to pay for those core classes, and we're able to use whatever scholarship or personal money we may have towards other classes. We're also able to save time, so the classes that we've done amount to about 2 semesters in college. And those are 2 semesters which we could do whatever we wanted. So if we're interested in perhaps studying abroad or doing an internship, we have that opportunity, and we would be able to do those things and still finish and graduate at the same time as everybody else.
So some of the benefits we've seen with our dual enrollment experience has been the college experience, both academically and socially. So academically, you get to feel for what college classes are like. You can see how they're structured, what professors are like, what your course expectations are, and the responsibilities that you have as a college student are. And you can kind of learn to navigate that system. College classes are half a semester, not a whole year, so a lot of times information might be condensed a lot more than it would be in high school, just because you're basically learning the same amount of information but in half the time. So definitely becoming comfortable with that and becoming comfortable in a classroom and just with that experience has really been helpful. And then also socially, we are online schooled, so we don't have that much face-to-face contact with teachers. So getting that social aspect, being able to participate in clubs. We've participated in science club with Gwinnett Technical College, which we both really enjoyed. So getting that social aspect has really helped us, and it's also helped us explore what we might be interested in doing when we're in college.
So as she just mentioned, dual enrollment can help you plan for your future. And it has helped us plan for our future in 2 ways. First way is that we figured out what subjects we're interested in and would want to pursue in depth, and then what other subjects we maybe are not as interested in. And then the other aspect of helping plan for your future is that you're ahead of everybody else. So when everybody else is coming in freshman year, they're just out of high school and they may not really know how to work at a college level, you already know that. And so you're ahead, and that just gives you a boost when compared to everybody else.
Right, so personally, I took a biology class in biology lab, and I always knew I was interested in science, but by getting that experience and getting to do a hands-on lab where I actually got to do experiments, I definitely got to figure out that biology is something I want to major in and pursue a career in. So in that way, dual enrollment can definitely help you figure that out, especially if you're not really sure where you want to go. Some of the cons that we've seen with dual enrollment is that it is a college level class, which means it is harder, there's a lot more information, and you have pretty high expectations. You're expected to be responsible, and you're expected to act like a college student. And so having that responsibility, your professor is not going to give you a pass because you're in high school. They're not going to boost your grade 10 points because, oh, you're in high school, so it's okay. So you have to become comfortable being treated as a college student and acting like a college student.
But also don't let that scare you. So your professors are going to give you all the tools you need to do well, and you should never be afraid to ask questions. I think that's been the biggest thing that I've learned, is that it's okay for me to ask professors for help or ask professors for questions. Also, a lot of universities kind of have learning centers or help sessions that you can go to if you are having difficulty understanding something. So you should, so it's a pro in the fact that you are able to get familiar with all those things.
Right, so if you are nervous about taking college classes because you think it might be difficult, you don't have to jump right in and take a full schedule, 5 or 6 classes. You can start out with 1 and continue doing, 5 classes with Georgia Cyber Academy and see how you feel about that. And you do have to remember that this will go on your academic transcript for college. So the grades you get now will go on your transcript and they will transfer to any other college you go to post-graduation. So you have to keep that in mind. But definitely it's alright to ease your way in. You don't have to, start out full course load.
And then the other con, or possible con really, is that classes are not always transferable, or credits are not always transferable, excuse me. So they can be and they cannot. So if you go to a Georgia public university or college and you do enroll there and then you decide to go to another public university or college that is also in Georgia, it will apply, your credits will transfer. If you choose to go out of state or maybe to a private institution, they won't necessarily transfer. And so we actually want to show you how you can figure out if a course will transfer or not right now.
Alright. So all you need to do is Google dual enrollment equivalency and the college you're interested in. So we have been interested in UGA just because we live in Athens, we're Bulldogs at heart, and we're really interested in UGA. So that's kind of what we've been looking at. And keep in mind that dual enrollment credits taken in Georgia will typically only transfer to colleges in Georgia, but there may be a few exceptions. So definitely make sure to look that up. And make sure that the university you're interested in going to post-graduation will accept these credits if that's the goal of taking them. So here is UGA's website. And so what you can do is you can click on here, it says UGA Transfer Equivalency. So what we would do is we would go to UGA Transfer Equivalency. Wi-Fi is a bit slow, but alright, and then we would enter in the country, so okay, so we would go to the United States. And so we would go to Gwinnett Technical College, which is where we've been taking our dual enrollment classes. And then you click Find Courses. And so here you can basically see all of the different courses that are offered between the two colleges and how they would transfer. So for example, we could go under History. And so we can see that a History 111 class, which is typically a History World Introduction to World History class or World History 1 class, would transfer to UGA. So we can just look at this and kind of get an idea of what classes we can take and what classes would be counted for credit. Another example, we can look at Sociology. We can see that a Sociology 1101, which is an Introduction to Sociology class, would transfer exactly to an Introduction to Sociology class at UGA. So using this resource has been really helpful for us to kind of try to figure out what classes are worth taking with regards to our specific goal, which is to get core classes out of the way.
So with that said, some people do dual enrollment just because they want the opportunity to learn more about a particular subject that they're really interested in, and maybe there aren't that many courses or classes at their high school that talk about that subject. So if that's you, then you don't really have to worry about the transferability of classes, because you're just doing it because you want to learn more. So don't let that stop you. Like if a course won't transfer but you're really interested in taking it, don't not take it. But just keep that in mind if you are interested in earning college credit.
Alright, so that's been a little bit about our experience with dual enrollment. Hopefully it's helped you guys learn a little bit more about it and kind of see if it's the right fit for you. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to this, and we hope you have a great day.
Bye!
Bye!